Here we are coming to you live from the top secret broadcasting bunker here at Area 52, just outside of Kennewick, Washington. This is Pastor Mike, and I am online, and I am live. And we got to take care of a couple things before we get into the heart and soul of what is the Pastor Mike Online live, actually almost live broadcast. You see, because by the time my face and my voice get to you, it's already like a second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds behind, something like that. That's because, you know, I don't know why it is that way. But anyway, it's good to be here today. But we have to say happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Adrian from the Netherlands is having a birthday today. He is like 647 years old today or something like that. And they just had a baby, another baby for them. Congratulations to that on the birth of JL. They got that from the Book of Judges, and we're glad for them. They've been following us for quite a while, and so we appreciate them letting us know that. There's something I think that you all probably need to pack your bags and get ready to go to. Somebody sent me this. This is from a website, walkingterrakrista.com. I don't know who Terra Krista is. Some gal, I don't know, named Tara. Learn how to be a fifth dimensional master is the website. They're having a WESAC ceremony. WESAC. I don't know what they're going to sack, but they're going to have a ceremony when they sack it. This was interesting to me because of the caption on the website said, Inner Earth Teachings for the Upper Earth. Oh, I got that one. I saw it. I'm going, I get it. Inner Earth. What's down inside the earth? What's down there? Inner Earth Teachings for the Upper Earth. And it's all about bringing in a new world. And they have a caption on here, the threefold flame of Gaia. A spiritual invocation ceremony, Thursday, May 23rd, 2013. And that's already happened. I missed it. Actually, the truth of it is, that's where I was while I was on vacation. I was at the Gaia ceremony, Mount Shasta, California. But it was just interesting to me that these people believe that through their invocations, they're going to invoke their gods. And I guess, in a way, that's true. The God that you and I serve, the God that you and I pray to, the God that you and I believe in, the God that is our Father, He is the creator of everything. He is all-loving. He loves His people. I can tell you that I don't want to say God can never be invoked. I don't know that I could go that far. But as far as thinking that if you perform a ritual, or if you say a mantra or say words, or if we can get everybody together like Pastor Hoggard, not Hoggard, Hoggard, mega church pastor out in Colorado, who told everybody that God gave him a vision. God actually told him in a vision that if he could get 1 million people to pray, then there would be no Gulf War after September 1st, 2001. There would be no loss of life in Iraq as a result of that if we could just get 1 million people to pray. So we go to war over there. Soldiers are killed. I emailed the prayer center that, what was his name? Ted Hoggard, something like that. I emailed his prayer center and said, okay, what happened? Did we not get 1 million people to pray? And I sent them the email. They sent it back saying, you'd have to ask Pastor Hoggard that question. Yeah, right. He was busy smoking methamphetamine with gay prostitutes. That's what he was busy doing. Smoking. You don't smoke methamphetamine, do you? I don't even know what you do with it. But anyway, our God, I think you just ask Him things. I think you just bow your head, or I think you kneel somewhere. I think you're in the car, or I think you're laying in bed, or I think you're just sitting out under a tree outside. And I think that you can ask God, and God listens, and God blesses, and God hears you, and God gives you things, and God will give you power. He doesn't need to be ritualized into provocation or invocation. That's the other gods that have to have that done. You have to invoke them. Aleister Crowley builds the Boleskine house, and he has it built where its alignment is such a way, and he's got this big sacred magic room in there that when he goes in there and he aligns himself and he says the right words and does the right chants and all of the things that he draws a circle. You remember the circle maker, right? He draws a big circle in the ground and does all this stuff, hoping to get in contact with this little deity of his. He didn't know the right God, because the God that you and I serve says, "Call unto me, and I will answer thee. Show thee great and mighty things that thou knowest not." I tweeted today for your benefit, and just to let you know kind of what was on my mind today. I asked the question, will the United States of America still be here in 10 years' time? I was thinking about, just kind of thinking about things, and coming in, I look at Drudge Report, I look at other news things and so on, just to see what's going on in the world. And if you just stop and ponder what has happened in this country, you want to say in the last 6 years, the last 7 years, what has happened, you can even go all the way back to September 11th, 2001, at what has happened in this country, where we have gone in 10, 12, 13 years, something like that. What is happening here? It's not, we don't have the innocency in this country anymore. We don't have the whole gay marriage thing, the whole sodomite marriage thing has erupted within the last 10 years. I mean, back in the 90s, yeah, there were sodomites everywhere. We didn't, they never said anything about wanting to be married. Back in the 80s, back in the 70s, they never said anything about wanting to be married. It's just been in the last 10 years that they've been pushing this thing. So we've lost an innocency in this country. We are promoting on a grand scale murder, death, immorality, in a very, very huge, large way is what we're doing. And I was just thinking about the days that I grew up in. I was born in '66, but I grew up in the '70s. That's kind of where all my memories are, from the '70s. I was in high school in the '80s. Man, the '80s were awesome, dude. Got married and had children through the '90s. Now ministering this way in the 21st century, and we don't have the same country we used to have a long time ago. It seems like we're on the verge of a collapse. Nothing's right. I mean, look at the things that Obama has been dealing with in just the past few months, and so he's had to deal with the IRS. Which, by the way, let me go ahead and do this. There was a news agency that actually posted a transcript. There was an audio recording from an IRS agent, a transcript, a phone conversation between IRS agent Sherry Wan to Pro-Life Revolution President Ania Joseph. So here we are right here. Now for the first time in American history, it's just sort of coming out to light how that government is not by the people, of the people, and for the people. It's now turning into government of the special interest groups, government of big business, and government against the people. Government against the people. Now, forget if you just happen to be listening to me and you are pro-abortion. Set that aside for a minute. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But now we have an active protocol in Washington, D.C., under the Obama administration that is actively targeting those who have a political dissension against the ruling party and the ruling elite in Washington, D.C. And while all the liberals are trying to say, well, this is no big deal, it's nothing, don't worry about it, this is just how America is, and so on and so on, they wouldn't like it if George Bush, either one of them, or Ronald Reagan had a system in place to do this to people. If it came out that either of the Bushes or Ronald Reagan had an active protocol in the IRS to target liberal-only groups and not give them tax-exempt status, or to scrutinize them, or, as you're going to see in this transcript, a government agent telling an American tax-paying citizen that they do not have the right that they think they have. Here's the transcript. This is from Agent Sherry. Her words exactly are, so you have your right, you have your freedom, you have your religious rights, you have a right to believe what you believe, you have the right to think about what you should do, what is right for you to do. Okay, but, however, I don't know why those but, however, this freedom also unintelligible to other people. Other people also have the freedom. For the personal view, maybe I go with you. However, I have to, unintelligible, the Internal Revenue Service. What did she say there? I have to stick with the law because, we have to keep it neutral. And then Ania Joseph says, I understand that you have to stick with the law. The agent says, yeah. You have the religious freedom, the freedom of speech, and other people also have the civil rights, human rights. You cannot, use your religious belief to tell other people you don't have a belief. So I don't believe you need the right to... listen to this now. I want to read this again. This is the government. This is the government of the United States of America, an agent of representative of the Barack Hussein presidency, who says, I don't believe you need the right to do this. Start confrontation, protesting things. You don't apply for tax exemption status for this. I don't believe, this is the government, I don't believe you have the right or you need the right to do this. And let me back up in her statement. You cannot, use your religious belief to tell other people you don't have a belief. Well, Agent, what was her name again? Agent Sherry Wan, W-A-N, or maybe it's Wan. Let me read you what my rights are according to my Constitution. My contract that God made with me. Let me tell you what my rights and my obligations are under my Constitution. Matthew chapter 28, verse 18. Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations. That's what he said. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. And it's been brewing for years. It's been, let me straighten myself up a little bit here. It's been brewing for years. It's been coming down the road for quite a while. We've seen it coming. We know that at some point, there is going to be a turn in this nation, and I believe that we're seeing it right now, a turn in this nation against Bible Christianity. Now, the Tony Jones / Rick Warren type of Christianity, they're fine. They're good. There's nothing going to happen to them. But pure Bible Christianity is being turned against in this country right now. It existed in pockets of academia. It existed in pockets of liberalism. It existed in some small churches. But now it has grown. It's in the media. It's in books. It's in TV shows, the Oprah Winfrey Network, and so on. And now